All right. I'm gonna try and name my top 10 favorite arcade games from 1987. Um, be same type of list as the one I did, like from 1986. 87 was probably my second favorite year for video games, arcade games. Really good year. Um, I think I'm gonna start out with Psycho Soldier by SNK. It's actually the sequel to Athena, which was on my 86 list. It's actually an auto-scrolling sort of like run and gun sort of, and yeah, that's a really good one too. I don't think it's as well known as Athena. I don't think either game is well known in the states, but that one's probably the lesser known one. That one's really good. Um, and I'm gonna have to go with Ninja Kid 2. It's called Rad Action in the states. It's part of the Jaja Marukan or Maru Kid series, the Ninja Jaja Marukan. One of my favorite um, classic gaming series. Um, that one's really good. It has a lot of really cool levels. There's like a I like the underwater level. Um, yeah, that's a really good one. Um, and also 87 by the same company, UPL, was Mutant Night. Like that game is really cool too. You're like this one-eyed mute monster thing, and the cool thing is it's a pretty unique game. You can like it's not just your standard like run and gun. It's you're like you can bounce around in the air like you don't have indefinitely. Like you can um, go pretty much anywhere on the screen you want. You just keep on pressing the jump button. Um, it's very entertaining. It's funny. It's a funny game. You can like um, get like super large or super small um, power ups. It's funny. Um, that is a really cool game. It's very hard, at least to me, but yeah, that's number three, Mutant Night. And number four is Karnov. I love Karnov, Data East, classic Data East game. The console version doesn't do it justice. The one on NES, forget about that. Um, it's the arcade version's great. Um, it's hard. I can get pretty far. Was never able to beat it, but I was able to get pretty far. Um, let's see, Shinobi by Sega. Man, another great classic game. Reminds me of Rolling Thunder a little bit, but it's its own thing, right? Um, I can get pretty far in that. I can't beat that as well. I can't beat that either, but I can get pretty far. It does get pretty crazy, towards near the end, towards the end. So maybe one day when if I can ever get my hands and arms and wrists feeling better, um, maybe I can play that again and beat it along with Karnov because I have gotten close with both of those. So Shinobi definitely that's got to be in there. Um, let's see what else. For 1987, I'm gonna go R Type, classic shooter, legendary shooter, right? Just like the Gradius games, the R Type games are legendary shooters. Very fun, very cool level designs. They look great. They play great. Yeah, R Type. The original R Type's my favorite one. out of the whole series, I would say. I like the second R-Type too, but I didn't play that as much. It was the original one that I played the most. Um, so there's a game called Bullet. It's a top-down like run and gun by Sega. That's probably a lesser known Sega game. Um, I didn't know about it for a number of years. But at least I got a chance to play it before my hands got too bad. That's really cool too. Sort of anime style, like graphics from what I remember. That's a good one. That's a good one. I believe it might. It's also it's top down, but I think it's. I don't think it's vertical screen orientation. I think it's actually horizontal orientation. I think. So that's number 7, Bullet. I think it's just called Bullet. Um, let's see, that's 7. Rastan. It's basically your Conan the Barbarian. Um, that's a really good game too. Um, really good action platformer. Very difficult. I was never able to. I actually was never able to even get very far. Just a couple levels in, but yeah, that's a really fun game. I like that one a lot. I wish I could dedicate some time to that so I can get a little further into the game. Maybe again someday. I love Roston by Taito. Is it Taito or Taito? um, but yeah, I mean it kind of reminded me a little bit of Rygar from the year before. Let's see. Need 2 more. Say 1987. Let's see. There's Rainbow Islands from 1987, which I love. Absolutely love that one. Um, Sequel to Bubble Bobble. I like Rainbow Islands a little bit more. Um, that is such a cool game. I like how you're going. It's like you're going up instead of side scrolling. Like you're scrolling up. That type of platformer. um, yeah, Rainbow Islands for sure. Um, so what would be the last one? I'm gonna go with. Well, I'm not sure. Oh yeah, Black Tiger. Black Tiger from Capcom. Another really cool game. It kind of reminds me a little bit of Ghosts and Goblins, but it also reminds me of like um, it reminds me of some other stuff, just from the same period. Um, it's kind of like Capcom's version of like maybe like Shinobi and Rolling Thunder. Maybe I don't know. I don't know if that's accurate or not, but it reminds me of something else. But yeah, it's a really good game, Black Tiger from Capcom. I was gonna say Tiger Road, but I don't know if that was 87 or 88. I'll have to look that up. Tiger Road's another good Capcom, really cool Capcom game, and I don't think Ninja Spirits. I think that was that 88 or 87, but all very good games. Um, there's Shadow World from Namco. Um, that was another one that could have gone in the list too, but Black Tiger makes it, I think, for me. That's a great game. I didn't get too far in that one, but um, there was a particular area I had some trouble with where you have to jump. I don't know, where you have to like jump around a lot, and there's like fire coming out of the ground quite a bit. I don't know, but yeah, I may have went through like maybe half of the game before getting into some trouble. And yeah, there's a ton of great 87 arcade games. That's like classic. That's like peak classic arcades for me. Um, my my 10 favorite years for arcade games in particular is from 1983 to 1993. Those are my favorite years. That 10 year period holds most of my favorite games. Um, After that and before that, not so much. Um, but yeah, let me know what your 10 favorite games are from the arcades in 1987.